When it comes to choosing a financial advisor, there's a couple of questions you need to ask, and I bet you the advice I'm going to give you isn't really what you were expecting. It's not necessarily about how many years they've been doing it, though experience is good, of course. And it's not about all the initials that they have behind their name, because a lot of those financial exams are common sense, but they make them extremely difficult because they're testing your ability to pass their test, because they make $300 every time you try to take it. I've talked to plenty of financial advisors who got their CFP designation, which is Certified Financial Planner, and I asked them, did you learn anything new? And they all say, not really. Learned a couple of tax laws I didn't know about, but I know as an accountant that tax laws change every couple of years, and all you have to do is pick up the phone and call somebody when you have a question. I'm about to share something with you as someone that's been in finance for over 15 years. The question you need to ask is, do they care about me? And are they giving me their cell phone? And you might think, well, I understand why a financial advisor won't give out their cell phone. You don't want them bothering you on the weekends. You don't want them bothering you while you're on vacation. You don't want them bothering you when you're at your kid's baseball game. But in my experience, a good financial advisor is going to be reaching out to you every few months anyway, just to check on you and see how you're doing. So the amount of times that you're going to be reaching out to them is going to be very seldom. A lot of my clients have told me, well, I thought about calling your cell phone, but it was outside the 9 to 5 window Monday through Friday, and I didn't want to bother you. But what they don't understand is I enjoy my job, and they wouldn't have been bothering me if they had called. It's why I give them my cell phone number. I worked at 2 different Fortune 100 companies for 7 to 8 years, and all of my clients had my cell phone. And I had one client call me on a Sunday, but it was because their daughter had wrecked their car, and they needed $5,000 going as soon as possible on Monday morning when the stock market opened. Also, they're never going to have too many clients. And you might think, well, but if you're working with 500 families, you don't want them all to have your cell phone number. Well, here's how this plays out. All financial advisors get a trail off the portfolios they manage, whether it's an actively managed portfolio where they're charging a 1% cost, or they're getting trails off of the A-share and C-share mutual funds. So they're all getting paid. That's how they make their money. Well, it's commonly known in the financial advising world, the top 80% of your income will come from the top 20% of your clients. Let me say that again. 80% of your income will come from the top 20% of your clients. So what happens is when you bring in a new financial advisor, you take some of the clients that are in the bottom 80% and you give those clients to that financial advisor so that he can get trails off of them and have a salary and he can help share in the workload. This is just how this works. So no financial advisor has too many clients that they don't know what to do with. Before they even get to that place, they've already brought in someone to help them out. So let's go back to what I was saying earlier about how to find a financial advisor. Do they have experience? And are they allowing you to have their cell phone number? And if the answer to either one of those is no, then maybe you should consider looking somewhere else because there's a ton of financial advisors out there. I realize that our firm is not a good fit for everybody. I realize that my personality and my way of doing things is not a good fit for everybody. But based on what you've heard me say, and based on my demeanor on camera, if we seem like the kind of firm that you would be interested in working with or having a conversation with, feel free to reach out to us. Our contact info is in the body of the video.